Okay, Casa of Jules asked for a video about my favorite beaches. And I've got a couple. I don't actually get to spend as much time at the beach as I used to, which is kind of a bummer. But it's just crazy busy. And this time of year, it's packed because we've got so many snowbirds and spring breakers. And where I am on the West Coast, we don't have your traditional jumping off a balcony in Daytona Beach spring breakers. We call them spring breakers because it's usually families with young kids that this is their week off of school. So they all come down here. Or you've got your people who live here in the winter and like the senior citizens and the retirees, and the kids send their grandkids down to stay with them. So there's just a lot more people here. So the city gets bigger, everything gets a little more crowded, especially the beaches. So the summertime is more when I'm interested in beaches, and my favorites are Siesta Key in Siesta Key, Florida, which is in Sarasota. It's just a gorgeous sugar sand, super, super fine with beautiful shells. My other favorite is any of the beaches on Boca Grande, which is Boca Grande, Florida, also known as Gasparilla Island. In the 50s, it was a ferry only. You couldn't drive a car out there, and if you missed the ferry, you were sleeping on the mainland because you don't swim it. And if you missed the ferry, that was that, unless you had your own boat. Now there's a causeway that goes out there. And it's just the cutest little town, and the beaches are gorgeous. There's several of them. So you can, and they wrap around the island, so you can get, sunrises and sunsets over the water. And it's absolutely gorgeous. They have really big fishing tournaments out there. There's a lot of tarpon and sport fishing, but the beaches are just perfect. Even when we're busy, they're not that crowded because there's so many beaches and there's so few people there. Because, the causeway is it's expensive to drive the causeway every day. It's like a toll road. And so not everybody's going to want to go out there. And it's a little isolated. It's a little out of the way. It's about an hour south of us in Sarasota. So it's kind of one of those hidden gems, but I just love going there. It's totally worth the trip just to relax on the beach. And the water is gorgeous. It's like Caribbean water. It's turquoise. It's beautiful. So those are my favorite beaches. I've been to the East Coast. I don't love the Atlantic as much because it's a rougher current. The water isn't as clear and it's colder. I like warm water. So the Gulf is totally the way to go. And thankfully, the BP oil spill a few years ago didn't do a lot of upfront damage. I mean, it did a lot of damage. It probably really, really hurt the ecosystem in the Gulf of Mexico. But right now, we're not seeing those effects as much. Whether that's something that will happen in the future or whether it was closer to the actual source of the oil spill itself is hard to determine. I know there's, geologists and oceanologists that know a whole lot more than I do about it. They can tell you. But the good thing is our beaches right now are not spoiled. They're still beautiful. So if you guys want to come to the beach, you got to come to the Gulf Coast. You got to come to the Sarasota area. And if you guys come to town, call me, text me something so we can hang out. So anyway, this is my dorky video, and I'll see you guys later.